Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price, and I can already tell you a lot has changed within the last 24 hours. I'm about to take imminent actions on my trades. I have two exact price levels I will tell you and show you in today's video, and why at these price levels I will either massively scale up my short, take profits off my short, or actually take profits off my short and scale up my swing long position. Guys, stick around because we are not only going to talk about that, we want to talk about the tweet that ZZ, the co-founder of Binance, actually made yesterday that pumped the entire cryptocurrency market. Especially FTT is pumping heavily since then, and I will tell you exactly why. Although on the first sight this may look like a very good sign for the markets, how the markets reacted on that tweet actually showed us a lot more, and I want to explain to you exactly what we need to expect now within the next couple of days and weeks from the cryptocurrency prices, in combination with what we talked about in our last video. I will talk about some very interesting on-chain data. Why did my face cam just crash, guys? This is very weird. Let me just check if I can fix it real quick. I think there was like some connectivity issue. I think, yes, it's working again. Nice. Okay guys, so now that my face cam is working, we can really finally jump into this video. As always, I would really appreciate it if you would smash up a like. My last video got 1,400 thumbs up. It's crazy, guys. Thank you very much for every single one of you out there that subscribed to the channel, has the bell active, leaves a comment down below. I hope today I can bring you some very relevant and informative content once again. So now, thank you for liking, for subscribing, activating the bell and commenting. Let's just jump right into the charts. So first of all, before we talk about all the tweets, the on-chain data, we want to take a look at the chart, because still looking on the daily time frame, I mean, Bitcoin definitely needs to break above the $17,600 to $18,000 level pretty much. This is the exact resistance area, the most important resistance area that we need to break to the upside right now. And if we do so, guys, this would definitely mean a daily candle close above. This would definitely mean that I would scale up my swing long position a little bit, and most likely would almost close out fully on the way to the upside in between the $17,600 and $18,000 level, the remaining size of my Bitcoin short position. But why is this not so likely at the moment? We are going to talk about that in a second. The other price level on the downside that we need to keep an eye on is for sure a very simple one, and it is the $15,800 level. If we are breaking the $15,800 level to the downside, I can tell you that we most likely will at least see a dump down into the higher $14,000 range, and this would be a sign for me to actually scale up my short position. Now that you know that, now let's talk about what is more likely to happen and why. First of all, before ZZ made his tweet yesterday, we were already seeing that the market was losing confidence once again. We were slowly on the decline. There was more and more sell volume coming in. The footprint and the order flow showed us that we most likely would have broken the $15,800 to the downside, and we would have seen another capitulation. This didn't happen. Why? Because during the time when we were falling to the downside, we were pretty much getting confirmed that there is no hope for FTX at all left. I mean, before it was 99% sure that nobody will get their money back. Now it's 100% sure, just because Sam Bankman-Fried was actually posting within the last 24 hours what happened. He tweeted in single letters, so he was more or less also trolling the entire market a little bit, and at the end he tweeted with his 10th tweet, 10, not legal advice, not financial advice. This is all as I remember it, but my memory might be faulty in parts. Das heißt, this means what is happening here is that he definitely wants to plead for mental insanity when it goes to court. And this means that he already knows that there is no hope left that he can make this situation right. It's impossible. It's over. He checked everything. There was also rumors, or it was also confirmed that, for example, he was 2 weeks ago, he was in Dubai trying to raise funds there. So he was really desperate. He already knew that everything would collapse, and now he probably in the final days, he tried everything to save his ass by recovering these user funds somehow, but he was not able to do it, and now he knows that he will be in front of court and that he will need to plead for something, and probably his plan is to plead for mentally insane, so that he won't get any punishment, any real punishment actually. And I really hope that this doesn't go through, that this doesn't happen. I mean, we know that they were taking drugs in the FTX offices, right? The main team lead was taking drugs, Alameda Research as well as FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and also Caroline Capital, the ex-CEO, both Sam Bankman-Fried, ex-CEO of FTX, Caroline Capital, ex-CEO from Alameda Research. Both of them did tweets in the past talking about amphetamine use, so we know that they were confirmed taking drugs and things like this. And with the big political donations that FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried did, I hope that this will not work out as planned for him, and he will get away with all that crime, with pretty much losing everybody's money, and on a criminal way, right? Not by a big mistake, but in a criminal intended way. He was losing the money of all of his trusted exchange clients. I hope nobody out there of you guys lost money with FTX, but I think it would be highly unfair if he is able to plead for mentally insane. That would be not fair to anyone involved in this whole situation. And I think right at that time also, when people really were 100% confident again that they will not get their money back, that it's likely that the prices will fall lower, that it's likely that more players potentially will collapse, ZZ stepped in and tweeted something, and a lot of people misunderstood that tweet, although it had a very bullish impact, and we saw it move to the upside, and right now we are even forming a higher low. We need to keep in mind what this tweet of ZZ actually showed us within the last 24 hours. Because he tweeted, to reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX, Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong but in liquidity crisis. More details to come. In the meantime, please contact Binance Lab if you think you qualify. Also welcome other industry players with cash who wants to co-invest. Crypto is not going away. We are still here. Let's rebuild. And a lot of people, and this is why FTT is also pumping so heavily, thought that this recovery fund is to, for example, save FTX. And I have to tell you, no, this is not the case. This recovery fund is not saving us from anything that is still about to happen. Everyone was exactly knowing that there most likely will be more collapses coming. That's why the price was starting to dump again, that there will be more downside to come. And now this tweet got misunderstood by a lot of people, because people thought that this recovery fund, especially because the words liquidity crisis were said, and these were also the words that were used in the FTX scenario, right? People thought that there might be now hope again, that they potentially would get their funds from FTX, that FTX would get recovered and would get saved, but that's not what this tweet is saying here at all. This tweet is about projects that never did something wrong, that are highly transparent, that have a great team, right? That really wanted to do something good with their project for the space, or wanted to bring innovation for the space, or just wanted to create a real fundamentally revenue-driving product like a game or whatever. Those projects, a huge amount of them, got impacted by the FTX scandal and Alameda Research scandal, because they lost all their money, because they, for example, had their investor funds on FTX. Or other things, right? They had portion of their funds on FTX for ongoing development. They maybe had their own token supply on FTX. Whatever it is, the recovery fund is meant for these products. That's what Binance ZZ means. Binance is not, or ZZ is not talking about now creating a recovery fund to just bail out projects that are going bankrupt because they were fully over leveraged, because for some of them even the whole business structure is pretty much nothing else than a huge flywheel or Ponzi scam, right? I mean, these projects will not get saved by this recovery fund. So everything bad that everyone was still expecting, maybe other exchanges going bankrupt or other products with huge amounts of user funds going bankrupt, that then would need to sell off the cryptocurrency to refund investors and so on, and creditors, right? Because sadly in crypto we don't have the insurance that our user funds are insured. Creditors or investors would get their money first before the user would get their user funds in case of a bankruptcy. So we need to keep in mind that a lot of sell pressure could come from that, and this tweet is not saving us from that. If there's more collapses to come, more bankruptcies, this industry recovery fund won't save these projects. It's about other projects that just got impacted by it, although they did nothing wrong, right? It's about these projects. And I mean, if we're really talking about the big ones, that could be like a huge threat to the cryptocurrency price, like FTX was, then this recovery fund won't help. They will not help these projects, and there most likely won't be enough money in there to help these projects. It's about helping small projects that maybe now have a $2 million liquidity crisis because they had their investor funds and their funds for building the project on FTX. That's what this fund will be used for. So don't get trapped in now here any of these crazy traps where FTT is still suddenly pumping like crazy again. It's not about saving FTX, right? And this is why I think it also shows that the market is very desperate. They want to just understand whatever is bullish for the market right now. So it's really a sign of desperation in the market happening. And also that is rather a bearish than a bullish sign. So guys, for now, I just want to tell you, yes, the not your keys, not your coins is going well. More and more Bitcoin are pulled off exchanges. In the last 48 hours, over 37,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, the exchange balances in total, so what all exchanges hold together, fell by more than 37,000 BTC. On top of that, we have massive exchange outflows this month. Almost 106,000 or over 106,000 BTC flew out of these exchanges, right? So we really need to keep in mind here that the people are realizing what the message is. And I'm also telling you, even if you are trading actively like I am, and most of the people in my community do, guys, keep the money you need for your trades on the exchanges. Maybe even only for the current trades. The rest, your HODL portfolio, the profits, you should always have them on a long-term hodling wallet and not on an exchange. This should be here very, very clear for everyone. And now actually I'm getting a call. This should be very, very clear here for everyone, just as a small reminder for you to keep in mind. Besides that, also, guys, I know we had an amazing short with FTT. I had an amazing short with Crypto.com. Keep in mind a little bit that these coins now already dropped a huge amount without there being 100% proof that these projects are bankrupt. We need to keep that in mind. So try to not be desperate in these market situations right now and think of it like a thing where you want to make everything back now in a very short amount of time by like shorting any big cryptocurrencies that maybe collapse, because if they don't, if you're using only some kind of leverage, you will get liquidated by big pumps to the upside, especially if there comes proof that these projects are not bankrupt. It could go directly into the other way. So these are pure gambles. Keep that in mind. Stick with the main strategy. If we are falling lower, especially if we break the $15,800 level to the downside, guys, I'm scaling up my short position. If we are going into the direction of the low $14,000 levels, I will massively scale up my swing long position with a 4x leverage to move my liquidation price below the $12,000, below the $11,000 level if we see like a final small wick, which I don't really think would happen, especially now that so many people are actually... And now my face cam went off again. There's something definitely broken here. I don't understand. With this setup here, something is not working correctly. I'm sorry for that, guys. I hope that tomorrow I have a proper setup again. And this is, yeah, I don't understand what is happening here. There's definitely something not working. The app is crashing here all the time. There's something wrong. But whatever. Let's try to do it one last time. Yeah, no. I don't know, guys. Let's finish off the video without facecam. Sorry for that. I hope you still enjoyed the video so far. What we can also see is that, and this is a positive sign, that's why I'm saying I'm only expecting like a final big capitulation, like one time. It's going to be like 1-2 days, and then it's going to be over, because we can already see now that also so many people are pulling Bitcoin off the exchanges, they are starting to increase again. No matter if people are holding less than 1 Bitcoin, if an address is holding 1 to 10 Bitcoin, 10 to 100, 100,000 to 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, over 10,000, we can see all of them are either neutral or all of them are actually accumulating right now. So the size of their position on Bitcoin, on their wallets, is growing. People are taking it off exchanges, but people are actually accumulating. Not like here, where the big players were distributing heavily, where big players were still selling very heavily. Now they are actually, after the FTX failure, pretty much they went also to, yeah, neutral at least. So if we now for a few consecutive days can see that this accumulation will still go on, I think we might be very close to the bottom. We might see a final capitulation to the downside, which we are prepared for, which we know what price levels we need to keep an eye on. And if there's more positive news coming out now over the next 24 hours and we don't see any big other cryptocurrency project collapse with billions of dollars in user funds or $100 million, then there is actually also the possibility that Bitcoin might retest the $17,600 to $18,000 level again. And if we're breaking that to the upside, we really need to say, hey, it's possible that this was already the bottom and that there's not more collapses coming, and FTX was actually the big player that had to fail, but was the one that actually was, just surviving longer as anyone else, because Luna, Three Arrows Capital and others, they already collapsed a few months ago, and Alameda also already collapsed a few months ago. We only know that they got saved by user funds, right? So in general, maybe all the bad actors are almost already washed out, and it's only a few small bad actors left now in the market that would be washed out as soon as we fall to $14,000, $13,000. But the recovery afterwards, when everything is sold, that had to be sold, will be much quicker than a lot of people actually imagine, just because the market is more active than ever before, but it's just very desperate at these moments. More people are active on social media than ever before, and so on and so on. So as soon as FOMO sets in, it will go quickly. This was confirmed by that tweet. Although right now it shows us that there is more downside to come. It still showed us that if bullish news is coming out and the charts are turning bullish, that a lot of people are here and ready to buy once again. But now guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, leave a thumbs up, and I hope I'm going to see us in the next video, which most likely will be tomorrow if there is nothing happening with the price and we are just going sideways without any news coming out. But this will not be the case. So we are going to see us tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, activating the bell. Thank you for smashing up the like. Keep in mind the price levels that you should keep an eye on to find out what is going to happen next and what I am going to take a look out for before I will take any changes to my trades. But now guys, we are going to see us. Till then, bye.